PPRNradio.net. Featured guest DJs. Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
He wasn't in touch with his feelings. He just did what he had to do. So what they didn't know was once they got Gary Cooper in touch with his feelings, that they wouldn't be able to shut him up. And then it's dysfunction this, and dysfunction that, and dysfunction fungal.
Now, as I was saying, drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad. Because drugs are bad, okay? It's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs, okay? That'd be bad. Drugs are bad, okay?
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit! Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
She's my cherry pie. Cruising the water, such a sweet surprise.
Y'all ready for this?
Let's get it out. Get it out. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you desire. I know you like it. Do it.
We do it all night long.
What's up, PPRN? Can you guys hear me out there?
I can hear you.
You can hear me fine?
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't hear me?
Nope.
I can't hear myself either.
You can't hear nothing at all?
No. You can hear me?
Yeah, but I'm 3 feet away from you.
Yeah, I can't hear you exactly. I can hear you in the headphones, though.
All right, so...
Colossal failure.
All right, so welcome to PPRN Radio, the designated driver. We got a great show for you guys. We got an hour-long show for you here. Our first broadcast on PPRNradio.net. So this is their 6th-year anniversary tomorrow, so happy anniversary to Peter and the guys over here at PPRN Radio. Strange story, I just met Peter not too long ago, and now I'm here in the studio doing a show. So thank you guys all for tuning in and listening to the designated driver. So I got to say thank you to a bunch of people here that without them I couldn't have been here tonight. So first and foremost, thank you to Jonathan Sixay for introducing me and Peter, the creator of PPRN Radio. If it was not for Jonathan, we would not have never met, and I wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you. Thank you to all of our sponsors, the Lestro Jewelers of East Haven. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
The Lestro Jewelers of East Haven. Thank you guys. True Ink Gallery of North Branford. Rob'sTickets.com. Beats, the newest pizza parlor that's taken over New Haven. Tricircle Inc. of Wallingford. And the Center for Compassionate Recovery of Madison. Thank all of you guys for supporting us and allowing us to do what we do. Thank you. Thank you. A couple more thank yous here, and then we're going to get the show started. Thank you to Kim Nolan, Lori Capella, Melissa Maltese, Janet Galubek, Renee DiMatteo, Alyssa Casano, Sal Annunziato, Andrea Celia. These guys all helped promote our group, our Facebook group, which is now up to 1,200 people. They pushed it. They added their friends. So thank you guys. Thank all of you guys who gave an effort to adding people to our Facebook group. The Designated Driver Addiction Recovery Radio. We are trying to build a platform with that Facebook group, a platform to grow off of. And we can't do it without your help. One more person I'd like to thank is my good friend Sherry McDonald. Sherry is a graphic designer who created the logo for our group, and she also makes these cornhole boards, cornhole board games. You can get anything. If you can think it, she can make it. So summertime's coming, and if you want a cornhole game, contact Sherry, 561-512-1324, and tell her that Marty the Paisan sent you over to her. So, this is our first show, so bear with us with if we got any technical difficulties. We shouldn't have any, though, because Peter's the master behind the soundboard over there. So, he's going to be helping me out doing the soundboard. And, Pete, thanks a lot for all your help with this whole thing here, you know. So, all right, little headphone. Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. All right, so we do have a phone line where people can call in, and we're going to announce that a little bit later. So
203-992-7776, 203-992-7776.
And that is Peter. Peter, thank you for having us here in your studio. You guys have some other shows that are a little different.
Racy?
Than the designated driver.
A little bit.
So, as I was saying, me and you just met like a month and a half ago, and now we're here, and you're letting me do this show. Mm-hmm. So if anybody else that's listening, they want to do a show, how can they contact you? And
I could go to the website. Our phone numbers there, our emails there. As a matter of fact, there's an email that came in. I got to send it to you. Was a girl that's in recovery, and she wanted to know if you could play one of her songs. So I'll forward that to you, and then you can probably play it next week.
That's
if
awesome.
she's listening.
So if people want to contact you, just
go to the website.
You're on the website, and get the email address. Tell them you want to do a show.
PPRNradio.net.
It's a lot of fun here in this studio.
Mm-hmm.
So come join the fun. Come up with a show idea. So why don't we talk about one of our sponsors real fast, and we'll talk about one of the guys that's here because we got a bunch of sponsors. So we got to. Why don't you introduce yourself real fast, Jackie?
Hey, my name's Jackie. I am in recovery. I'm a case manager at the Columbus House. Former ex-offender. I did 3 years in prison, and now I'm trying to make my a message to help others who are struggling in their recovery and with addiction.
And Jackie's going to be our special guest for this evening, and we're going to get to her story in just a little bit. But one of our sponsors is Dr. Mark. You can pronounce it any way you want. Dr. Mark Bono.
Bono, whatever works for you.
Hey, no relation to Sonny. He is a licensed clinical psychologist in the state of Connecticut. He was awarded a doctorate in psychology with an emphasis in addiction counseling from the United States International University of San Diego. Dr. Bono has been specializing in addiction treatment for over 20 years and has a broad base of experience, including work at the Betty Ford Center and as a clinical psychologist and a drug and alcohol program director for the Federal Bureau of Prisoners. And Dr. Bono is my special guest co-host for tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for letting me come on.
Are you excited?
I am. It's my first radio show ever.
And your first public access television show was what?
It was a week and a half ago with you.
All right, Sunday Sauce Pop.
They saw me on TV and they said go on the radio.
Hey, listen, people all the time tell me I got the perfect face for radio. So I'm all
They're just
over,
jealous.
I'm all over with all these papers I got here. So, all right. So another one of our sponsors we're looking forward to is Beats. They're going to be just incredible. If you never had their pizza, it's unbelievable. So, so our special guest is Jackie Lucibello.
Oh boy!
Incredible recovery story from a prison cell to working as a case manager at the Columbus House.
That's me.
Tell me, how did you wind up in a prison cell?
Pick up a charge. Anything but, murder, rape, and arson. No, I engaged in a lot of foolish and regretful behavior in the course of my addiction. It was all to support my habit.
What was your habit?
Heroin and cocaine.
Okay.
Well, it started with a prescription to Percocets after a surgery. It was kind of like the perfect storm. I had experienced 4 deaths in less than a year, my father being the last. My father's passing was very, very unexpected. It just kind of threw me totally off course. I just graduated college. I had a degree in forensic science, a degree in psychology. I was the girl in college that would leave my friends at parties if they were doing drugs. I was the girl that no one would ever expect to take the route I did. And, so anyways, I had surgery, and I was prescribed Percocets, and I loved them. They made me feel like Superwoman. I was able to go to work and I was able to go to school, and I didn't feel that overbearing depression that I had from my father's death. And, you know, Percocets led to Oxys. Oxys led to heroin. I was snorting heroin before I knew it. I was shooting heroin and cocaine.
At the same time?
At the same time, yes.
Wow. And then what was the light bulb that went off in your head that said there's a problem?
Honestly, I knew there was a problem. Obviously, you know, when you get arrested 30 times, there's a problem. There's something going on that's not clicking in your head. But I can't. It's not that I would have killed myself. I just didn't care if I lived, though. Not that I was going to intentionally cause my death, but I didn't care if I lived or died. So I was just on this, you know, complete rampage. And, you know, honestly, you know, and I don't mean to sound cliche, but prison saved my life. I mean, I know it's not the case for everybody, but I went through some pretty horrific trauma when I was in prison, and that kind of opened my eyes. When you have to go see your mother black boxed on her deathbed, it's kind of a very, you know, it's how did I get to this point in my life?
And how old are you now?
Oh my gosh, 33?
Wow, you look young.
Oh, thank you. It's the years of stress and drug use preserved my skin.
So how long ago were you in prison?
I was released almost 3 years ago. Yeah.
And you use all that experience to keep moving forward.
Yeah, you know, for me, I mean, to this day, I still think about getting high. I think if anybody says they don't, they're lying to you. I mean, your brain doesn't ever forget. Your brain can easily forget the bad stuff. You easily forget how bad jail is. You easily forget how bad it is sitting in a, you know, on fucking lockup on Union Avenue, sweating and, you know, puking your brains out. But you never remember that high. I mean, you always remember that high for some reason, and I still think about it. But
Do you want to know why you want to know the scientific reason why you never forget that high?
Because I rewired my network.
With the cocaine in particular.
Yeah.
Cocaine produces dopamine in your system. They can actually measure how much dopamine is in your system at any one time, and any naturally occurring behavior that you do to try to feel good, from the best sex you ever had to jumping out of an airplane. Compared to doing the cocaine the way you were doing it, you have 50,000 times more dopamine in your system from doing one hit of coke than you do from any other naturally occurring way of accessing your dopamine. So when your brain was not designed to have experienced 50,000 times the normal level of pleasure chemical in one fell swoop. And that experience is not forgotten by the brain, just the way someone who goes through a trauma never forgets it. On the other end, when you experience that level of pleasure in one sitting, your brain will never forget that. And it does. It literally never forgets.
It's funny you say that because this is going to sound, but anytime like I see my veins are completely destroyed. And so I had to get blood drawn, as you can see all the nice black and blues on my arm. And like whenever they pull out the needle, like my brain just reverts back to that. Or public restrooms, I try to avoid them. Just because, not that I think, because it's going to cause me to go use, but because it just brings back those memories, and I don't want to revisit that place in my life.
Right. Once you pair that level of intensity with anything, whether you're getting high in public restrooms or whether you use needles to do it, that then becomes the trigger for the memory of.
What's the excitement of when I was doing it? The excitement to me was, all right, I would have $400 in my pocket, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I would go and get $100 worth, okay? But then I would know damn well in an hour or two I'm going to get more.
Yep.
But I wouldn't get it.
Because you convince yourself you're not going to,
Well,
you're going to save some
No,
in the morning.
but I'm excited to get in the car and go get it again. Like it was almost like a...
The act of getting it
Yes.
is in itself. Jackie, if you ever been in withdrawal,
Yes.
and you're searching to get connected, right?
Yeah.
And then you get connected and you know you're going to get high, all of a sudden the withdrawal symptoms seem to recede for a little while.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced that?
Absolutely.
And that's because in anticipation of getting high, your body starts to dump that dopamine into your system. So you literally beat back the withdrawal for a short period of time because, as you said, the excitement of the routine of getting it becomes in itself addiction. And that's why when you shoot a drug, the process, the ritual is so much more extensive than other ways of ingesting a drug, it becomes extremely potent in itself in terms of triggering you.
Oh, it's
and
like
why
you said.
people years later cannot watch someone inject a needle or, watch Pulp Fiction, that kind of thing.
Boy, I got to tell you, I'm just coming into the field,
Yeah.
and I hope 25 years down the road, you should come on this show as much as you want. You're filled with information.
They don't tell us this in the dark program.
This guy's
I'm gonna yell at this
unbelievable.
person.
I've known him a short period of time as well, and through Teresa Spencer. And if she's listening, thank you, Teresa.
Teresa's amazing, yes.
And she's involved with the Sober School. She was involved with it, and she introduced me to Dr. Bono over here, and it's just a great friendship that we're building here.
Absolutely. I'm grateful to her for letting me connect with you.
You can, anytime you want to come, you come every week if you want.
I'm putting it on the calendar.
All right. So, another one of our great sponsors is True Ink Gallery. And what do you think of that, Teresa? You like that?
Jackie, now you're calling me different names.
Yeah.
And I'm so...
Who's on your mind?
Because I just said Teresa. Sorry,
Who's
Jackie.
Teresa?
Oh, my gosh. Teresa Spencer.
Oh, Teresa
But
Spencer.
Jackie, what do you think of that tattoo?
I love it. That's great.
This
the shading,
tattoo.
the coloring is amazing.
This tattoo was a screw-up, and Ruick over at True Ink, he did a phenomenal job. And what impressed me most about Ruick is the guy, I was trying to convince him to draw it on there first before you start doing it with the needle. He just did it out of his head, the shadowing and the ripping through that it looks there. So they do a lot of touch-ups, and he did it out of his head. And that's what was so impressive to me. TrueInkGallery.com, True Ink Gallery USA on Facebook. They're on Foxen Road in North Branford, and 203-208-3176. And one of the artists that they have over there, I'm going to destroy his last name, is Troy Radecki, voted Best Piercer in Connecticut 3 years in a row, voted Best Tattoo and Piercing in New Haven and Connecticut by The Advocate. Your design or theirs, they can make your dream come true. And pain is temporary and art is forever. So if you mention the Paisan, you get an extra 10% off. And if you're a veteran, they give you another 10% off. So 15%. So if you mention the Paisan and you're a veteran, I guess you get 25% off. I don't know. So
You better be careful what you say.
that's what it's written here on the paper, so I'm only going by what it says.
I think it says 80% down there.
No. But call Ruick. He's a great guy down there. 203-208-3176. So, Dr. Bono, if somebody's, your practice is out in Madison. So, what are you focusing on out there in Madison?
Well, I treat all addiction, but my practice is pretty much exclusively focused on opiate addiction. I've been doing that exclusively for about the last 5 or 6 years. I saw the
It's
epidemic.
an epidemic.
Yeah,
It's
I saw
insane.
it. I saw it coming about 5 or 6 years ago. I saw a lack of treatment. I saw a lack of quality treatment.
That's
and
still
I wanted
today.
To do something about it. Yeah.
You can't expect somebody to go into treatment for 5 days detox and then for them to wait for a bed for another 2 months, out in the community and on the streets.
No, if you bring up detox with me, I'm gonna say some things. No. Because you can't go into detox for 5 days and use methadone or Suboxone and do a rapid taper in 5 days, and then they send you off into the world. Or you're back in withdrawal, and 2 days later, as the half-life expires,
Yep.
all you've done is postpone the withdrawal, and that's just a setup for failure. And so
I've been there.
it has to be followed up by continuing treatment after. It has to be part of a continuum.
Yeah.
So
Let you loose and tell you to call this program every day.
Yeah,
And you stop calling after the third day.
Yeah, because you're in withdrawal and
Yeah.
you go back out on doing your thing.
So let me ask you a question. What's the difference between Suboxone and methadone?
You got an hour or 6? I'll tell you.
In a quick two
sentences.
sentences.
Brief. And there some people find this to be controversial, but it's simply not.
A lot of people do.
It's black and white. It's science, and it's not alternative facts. So there's Suboxone came out in 2003. Methadone has been out since the 70s. The reason Suboxone was approved by the FDA is it's a better medication. Okay, it simply is better and it's safer in the sense that you cannot overdose on Suboxone. You definitely can overdose on methadone.
Do they serve the same purpose?
They serve similar purposes in the sense that they're opiate replacement therapies, but there are significant differences. And one of them being, as I said, Suboxone. You can take as much Suboxone as your heart desires, which will not be a good thing, but you won't die from an overdose. Okay, that's important. Another important.
This guy
we got gerbils in here.
That's the ice shaking in his glass over it.
So we also have the fact that Suboxone prevents your ability to enjoy other opiates, right? It's a blocker.
Yeah.
The buprenorphine, which is the active ingredient in Suboxone, blocks the effects of other opiates. So
now a lot of people think it's an naloxone, but I know it's not. A lot of people.
Naloxone is there for one reason only.
So you can't shoot it.
Exactly. Very, very few people know that. Yes. And so the buprenorphine is a blocker. Now methadone you can use on top of methadone. So now you've got two important distinguishing characteristics of Suboxone. Probably, in some ways, the most important difference is that Suboxone was not only FDA approved, but it was approved to be delivered in an office the same way any other medication is delivered. Methadone is delivered, as you know, at a methadone clinic with all the 1970s laws and regulations.
Yep.
So the setting in which methadone is delivered is
archaic.
Is not only it's not only archaic. It's less than conducive to recovery. It's
Absolutely.
It's counterproductive, and
but out in Madison, it's not like that.
Well, I don't prescribe methadone. I prescribe Suboxone. Well, I don't prescribe it. My partners, who are physicians, prescribe it in concert with the therapy I provide. So in Madison, you have I chose this office for a reason, right? So it's in a building, a historical building on a beautiful street in a beautiful neighborhood, and my office looks more like a living room than a doctor's office. And that's intentional because recovery, the environment has to be more welcoming, more warm, more caring than a traditional doctor's office.
Trauma-informed.
Right. Not standing online at 6 a.m. in the rain with drug dealers waiting for you. People are taking cab rides to get to the methadone clinic and they're trading drugs in the cab. It goes on and on.
Yeah.
And there's no therapy, very little therapy.
Well, they
and
offer these groups, but they put everybody. They just throw everybody in there.
They're checking a box. I offer a group. If you sit in one of my groups, it's a whole other ballgame. And I've never had anyone on methadone who's been at my practice ever say anything other than what I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
Is anything going on in the chat room? Pete, you got a chat room online?
Nothing yet. There is what am I doing?
Sure,
there is a chat room on both sites, on the Spreaker site and on the website. But no, I think people are basically just listening. So
I hope people are listening. A lot of people told me they were.
Yeah, they're listening. There's listeners.
My mom's on the line. So.
There's listeners.
My son's on the line.
Awesome. So why don't we do our beats because they're going to be on their way. So we got our beats.
That's it.
Hey, have you tried that new place, A Beats?
A Beats?
No, it's a pizza.
A Beats?
It's a pizza. They let you build your own. They even cook it in a coal-fired brick oven in under 3 minutes.
Do they have anything else?
Of course. They have calzones, grinders, wings, soups, and salads. They let you completely design your own meal with 30 different toppings to choose from. I'm sure you'll find something. Check out their app in the iTunes or Android Marketplace. Or just head down to A Beats yourself at 182 Temple Street. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Well, looks like we're heading to A Beats.
It's a pizza!
You're listening to PPRNradio.net.
So, in just a few minutes here, we're going to be going into, about 12 minutes of music. We got we got 3 songs from some great bands. I've been getting emails from bands for probably the last week of songs I've been posting on Facebook, and people have been replying. And, one of the bands, the first band that I want to play is, of course, 6A. Because, again, if it wasn't for him, hope he's listening, I wouldn't be here. And thanks a lot again. He's unbelievable. Peter knows who he is. He's a mutual friend. And what do you think about 6A's music?
Oh, it sucks.
It's awful.
That's terrible. It's the reason I became an addict. No, he's good. He's really good. He likes to mash things up and take things in his own way. So yeah, he's good. He's up and coming.
He does.
He needs a little confidence booster though, and I tell him all the time. He's always looking to me to. Like he wants me to host his birthday party, and it's like, you need to learn how to host. You're a front man.
He mashed up Metallica and Usher, and that video is on his YouTube channel. So, all right, so why don't we, let's see. Yeah, why don't we jump into the music? We got 3 tunes here, and hope you guys like it. So sit back and enjoy these tunes.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back, won't we?
Shot from me, so then let me know the lips
PPRNradio.net.
Raise your glass and stand tall. City limits all shining bright. Hear the music on the streets tonight. Heart to heart, soul to soul. Test of time, that's rock and roll. A fire in your soul. A toast to one and all. Raise your glass and stand tall. Tequila sunrise. Wasted dreams, moonshine, baby, and champagne. You know it tastes good. Tattooed memories will cloud your head. Let's turn it up and here's what she said. Steven sang, sing your song, sing for the moment and dream on. Soul, a toast to one and all. Raise your glass and stand tall. Tequila sunrise, wasted dreams, moonshine, baby, and champagne. Oh yeah. Let your hearts light up the sky. Your whiskey dreams and rock and roll. It's about the good times that you know. A fire in your soul. A toast to one and all. Raise your glass and stand tall. Dreams, moonshine, baby, and champagne. Come on, sing now. Always got dreams. Always got
PPRNradio.net. Commercial free 24/7.
Jonathan 6A. Here goes my ears again. Jonathan 6A was the first song you heard. Wear What You Wore Last Night. Amazing. Saturday, May 20th at 9 p.m. at the Frog Pond in Stratford. 6A is having a birthday bash, pre-album release party. And on Saturday, May 6th, this coming up Saturday, Jonathan 6A and Desiree Bassett will be at the Powder Ridge in Middlefield. So go to either one of those shows and check out 6A. If you guys liked what you heard, check them out. Then the second song that we heard was Whiskey Dream by Jaded Past. And those guys are out of New Jersey, jadedpast.com. Jaded Past is the creation of lead vocalist, guitarist, and songwriter George Baker. George Baker has been in the studio with producer Steve Brown of Trickster and Def Leppard throughout 2016. So if you like that last song, Whiskey Dream, go ahead and check them out on their website. Prince Rayon, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Why not?
There you go.
You gotta
I gotta do it.
make out with the microphone.
It's my first time, so I don't know what to do.
So you're a Virgin Internet radio star.
Yeah, I'm something about
So tell our listeners a little bit about the Prince.
The Prince? It's hard to tell people about myself. How about you to tell the people?
Well, the Prince has wrote a book.
I have written a book.
So tell me briefly about your book real fast.
So, yes, I've written a book about kids in Jamaica. It's a poetry book. Yeah.
A little bit more.
So as you know, I work as a clinical therapist
At the Children's Center of Hamden, and that's how me and the Prince met.
Oh, you actually work here in Hamden?
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad he told everybody where I were. They want to find me. They can find me.
I'm gonna get a fan club.
No, it's not gonna happen.
So, all right. So yeah, he's a very interesting guy, a nice guy to work with, and made my internship over there enjoyable.
This is the first time he's telling me this, by the way.
Just
I
as
had no idea.
the rest of the people over there, they made me feel really. I did 6 months over there as an intern, and they treated me like family. It was great. So 203-992-7776. We're going to be opening up the phone lines very shortly, and
they're open now.
They're open now, but I got a couple more things I want to talk about, and then toward the end of the show, I want to open them up so everybody can tell me what they thought of the show. If even when I was doing Blog Talk Radio, nobody really liked to call in.
No.
Do you get a lot of callers on your shows?
Depends. We're getting a lot of callers when they're young.
Yeah.
Like the young, but the older people, they don't like to.
Delestra Jewelers. Delestra Jewelers of East Haven is on 280 Main Street, and they do all repairs. They're done right there on the premises. You can sit and wait, or you can leave it there and come back. They're great people over there. Johnny Sr., Johnny Jr., and they've been 43 years in business over there. And Johnny Sr. is amazing. He can fix anything. They clean your jewelry, whatever you want. There we go. Who's calling in?
You're live on Designated Driver.
Hi, yes, this is Anna Gopian.
Hey, Anna, how you doing? Give me 1 minute, Anna. Just hang on the line there 1 second. So, Delestra Jewelers, they got authentic NFL merchandise, and Johnny Jr. is the one who carries all the sporting merchandise. You can pick something out in the store, or he can order you whatever you want. So they do rings, watches, bracelets, whatever you jewelry need is. Go in and check them out. Diamond and engagement rings, the best place to check them out there at Delestra Jewelers. So Anna,
What's up, Marty?
how we doing?
Excellent. Can't complain.
Not on a Monday night, huh? Not bad for a Monday night.
Not bad. I just left a parents group, Hope and Support group in Wallingford. It was it's a tough group to be part of, but I'm so glad we're there for each other.
Absolutely. It's the key to recovery.
You guys
Strength
know
in
each other?
numbers. I do. She is like the icon of recovery. She's an amazing woman.
Really?
Yes.
Do you know who that is, Anna?
No.
Well,
That's Teresa.
Yeah, I'm Teresa. She actually came to speak when I was in Niantic, and her story is so powerful.
Right.
And I actually tracked her down.
That's Jackie Lucibello is her name, Anna.
And
awesome.
I found her at Gateway, and yeah,
Yeah, and she's in the Dark program, Anna.
we had class together last semester.
So-
I do know who she is.
Yeah, very, very beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Well, here we go.
I got to make up for the Teresa thing. So, Anna, tell our listeners a little bit about Tri-Circle real fast.
Well, I'm going to do it as fast as I can. It's a lot. And you know,
I
there's
know.
144 people that are dying every day in our country because of opioid-related overdoses. And that's a staggering number of 52,560 people, 60 loved ones every year. And that doesn't even take into consideration all the deaths associated to the other drugs, including alcohol, that kill our loved ones every year.
Or the ones that aren't reported.
Sisters, aunts, brothers. So I am the founder of Tri-Circle Incorporated, and it's a nonprofit organization committing to breaking the cycle of relapse and recidivism that is inherent in this current system of rehabilitation and recovery. So, I mean, I'm going to let you know that we're like a two-phase thing that's going on. One in particular, first phase, is an intensive outpatient program that we want to have launched by the end of this 2017. And the Walk for Recovery is just another way that's coming up this Saturday, May 6th. We're going to make sure we have sunshine on May 6th, everyone.
And where's that going to be, and who's going to be there?
At Community Lake Park in Wallingford. There's some exciting news about to release tomorrow with one of our speakers. Park in Wallingford. It's from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and it's Walk for Recovery. There'll be a DJ all day, some really fantastic speakers, including some of the dignitaries that I highly respect that are working towards the solutions. We got the fire truck, pizza truck coming from Waterbury, and then this family, oh my God, this family's coming down from Stratford. Their name's Paradise Island, and they're going to be cooking scratch Puerto Rican food. The whole family shows up. So It's going to be amazing. And vendors from all different sources and demographics of resources and recovery-based organizations and recovery wear T-shirts. And
You got any music? Any live music?
Yes, DJs, live music. No, not live music is going to be very random, because we've been talking to a couple people that they're going to be able to bring acoustic and plug in with our DJ. So we weren't promoting it that way this time because we're under such a short strain of time. But, there's going to be a lot of great stuff. I think Scooby-Doo's walking around.
All right, so once again, how can people find out about that? And is it on a website somewhere, or Walk the Walk?
It is. Thank you, Marty. That's awesome. Thank you for your time, too, on the show. I'm so excited that you're up and running and that we were able to be part of your first show. www.tricircleinc, all one word.com.
All right, Anna.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say thanks so much for calling in, and thank you, another one of our sponsors. Thank you so much for helping us get off the ground. If it wasn't for all you guys, we wouldn't be here. So thanks again so much. And
I'm excited. Thank you.
You know what I'm excited about? May 25th, Anna.
Oh, we're graduating May 25th.
Yes, we are.
Woo-hoo. All right, Anna. Thanks so much for calling in, and we hope to see you Saturday.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Marty. Bye, guys. Bye, Teresa.
Bye.
Bye.
Teresa, you're labeled now.
I know.
All right, so why not keep the ball going with sponsors? Rob'sTickets.com. Rob's Tickets, all major sporting events, concert events. If you want really good seats, you're going to call Rob'sTickets.com, 203-467-8499. And you do get a discount if you're listening to the show. And at the checkout screen, for a 10% discount rate, you type in Paisan, Paisan. So, tell me a little bit. Go ahead.
Speaking of sponsors, like he was just doing, do those work anymore? Like
What, NAA sponsors?
Yeah, just because I beat my addiction by myself. I'm few of the many that can.
I don't go to meetings. I do recommend them because I think it's a great place to network and, at least meet people who are in recovery most of the time. But it depends on the meetings you go to. I don't find ones in, inner cities helpful. I think there's a lot of sober houses, a lot of people that are mandated, a lot of people who are just looking for shelter and coffee. I tried the sponsor thing. It didn't work out for me at all. I felt very judged. I felt very... I don't know. It just wasn't for me, and I think everybody's recovery journey is different. I think there's no one right way to do recovery. It's worked for thousands, right? I mean, thousands of people have found recovery through it.
And what do you think, Prince Rayon?
I forgot what you're talking about.
He supports the children of Jamaica.
You're part of the show, but you're not part of the show.
I think Dr. Bono's the expert, right?
He is, true.
I don't know if I'm the expert on 12-step programs. I mean, I do try very hard. I try constantly to have my clients utilize AA and NA, because that's the one thing I worry about with Suboxone is it works so effectively. People get a little bit of a false sense of security about their recovery, and what I try to impart to them is when you're off Suboxone, you have to replace that with another safety net.
Mm-hmm.
And that safety net, the best safety net I can think of overall, is social support,
Absolutely.
people in your life. And even if you don't love everything about 12 steps, even if you just make a network of people that you come to depend upon, and you don't get a sponsor.
Well, here's the thing about AA and NA.
Mm-hmm.
AA and NA, they've got the monopoly. There's just so much of it.
Yeah.
But there is
Yeah.
alternatives.
Sure.
And one of the other groups is Smart Recovery.
Yep.
It's a
Absolutely.
self-management for addiction recovery. And it's a 4-point program. And you can go to their website, smartrecovery.org. And they got meetings all over Connecticut and all over the country, really.
I think you
But
can
it-
online too.
Yes, you can do it online.
Yeah.
Smart recovery is based on cognitive behavioral therapy.
It's great. And here in Connecticut, some of their meetings, East Haven, New Haven, West Haven, Hartford, Hamden, Westport. So they're all over Connecticut. And, again, you can find them at smartrecovery.org. And I got to give a big shout-out to my buddies out in Florida. They just texted me. They're listening in. The Rough Riders Motorcycle Club, Greek, and Gator. All you guys had some good times down there when I was in Florida. They do an open house one day out of the month, and they know how to cook, those guys. And it's a great motorcycle club, brotherhood. And the thing about the motorcycle clubs is people get a misconception.
Oh, absolutely. Same thing with addicts.
Exactly. and the thing about the motorcycle clubs is they're some of the biggest supporters in the communities.
Yep.
And the Rough Riders, they support. And the Wings of Gold, that's another one out there. They do so much. They have this big, huge bike run every year for Christmas. So shout-outs to all them guys down there in Florida and everywhere else. A couple other people texted me that they were going to tune in out in New York. Baby Johnny makes the biggest cannolis, best cannolis out there. So,
Another addiction.
Yeah. So
Sugar.
I know, right?
So Prince Rayon.
Yes.
He's
Prince
also
Rayon.
he's also a rapper. A lot of people don't know that. So at this time, I'd like you to go ahead and spit me something.
I'm just going to say, I wasn't paid for that, all right? I mean, that was not part of the deal. I'm not a good rapper.
Come on, tell me something about Friday. Do a rap about Friday.
You serious, right?
Yeah, come on.
Don't look at me.
Don't put him on the spot.
All the listeners want to hear the rapping Prince. His name is Prince Spaghetti, so go ahead.
Spaghetti? I didn't realize that. Nah, I mean, I didn't come anything at all. I mean, the next time around.
All right, the next time.
Next time.
Hold you to it.
All right, so.
But if you are definitely listening right now, go check out. You're on the website. Check out the schedule too. We are a 24-hour radio station too. We do offer a lot of other
right.
shows.
And what do you do on Saturdays?
Saturdays is one of the highly listened to shows. We mix from 12 in the afternoon on Saturday until Sunday morning, 22 hours straight. So
wow.
R&B, hip hop,
Really?
old school. We do it like the old before it was even Hot 97 did it back in the day, where we have DJs from around the world. We mix for 22 hours. We mix R&B, hip hop, and old school from 12 in the afternoon till 9 at night, and then we go straight to EDM from 9 at night till 9 in the morning on Sundays.
Oh, wow.
So I'm
pretty
getting
good.
all kinds of text messages now. So,
How are you?
So at this time, what I want to do for a few minutes here, we thanked all our sponsors, and but 203-992-7776. Don't be shy. Call in. Let us know what you think about the show. And, I got people telling me, great show. Thanks for listening. Somebody said hello to Jackie.
Hey.
So,
What about the friends?
Teresa, you mean?
Yeah, Teresa, a.k.a.
What about Tavita? Nobody said that.
Yeah, they want to hear the rap. I got 10 texts in a row here. They want to hear the rap from Prince Spaghetti.
Let me see the text.
I'll forward it to you. So, Stump is listening. Call in 203-992-7776. So, something else going on, and I can't see. I'm getting old here. Hammerfield Skate Park opens in Brantford. It's a new skate park that's opened up in Brantford, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7:30 p.m. Saturdays from noon to 7:30 p.m. and Sunday from noon to 5. They're open through July 1st. No bikes or scooters. For more information about this brand new skate park, 203-488-8304.
Do you find that it gets easier?
I do find that it gets easier. I think
easy with the equipment,
right? I think the key is, like Dr. Bono said, is support. I'm thankful to have a great family. I have my stepdad and my son, Mickey. I have a ton of great people in my life that help me and have made it possible. So I can't even imagine what it's like for somebody who is coming home from prison to nothing.
Right.
I can't even imagine. Why not go back to what you know and what's comfortable? Right. I mean, let's face it. The services out there are jokes. Right. They keep cutting them more and more. And
welcome to the designated driver. Thanks for calling in. Who are you?
You're live on PPRN.
Hi, Marty.
How you doing?
That's
Sherry from Florida.
Sherry McDonald with the cornholes. How you doing?
Cornhole. What's going on?
So what do you think of the show?
I think you're awesome. I'll be here every night.
Wow. What do you think of Dr. Bono?
Very smart, right?
You guys are funny. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for calling in, Cher.
You lost it?
You're live on PPRN.
Yep, I got a request.
You got a request? Who are you? Where are you calling from?
This is Alicia. I'm a therapist out in Hartford.
Oh.
Calling to find out if Prince Rand is not going to rap. Is he going to do one of his poems?
Poems?
He said next time.
That's my friend.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you check me out on Facebook, Marty the Paisan. You'll find out more about the show.
Tell her I'll do the poem in person.
In person. So thanks
for... Pillow Talk.
Is that your thing? You use the poem to...
He'll do it in Pillow Talk.
Yes, in person.
All right, so we got a couple minutes left in the show here, about 6 or 7 to be exact. So just to let you guys know about my other show, it's you can catch it online. It's a TV show, and it's called Sunday Sauce Pot, and that's twice a day, every day, at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You can watch it online, easthaven.tv, and it's a show that's on ETV and CTV, and it's in 4 towns, East Haven, New Haven, and Hamden, and West Haven. So you could check that out. Channel 27 on CTV and Channel 18 in East Haven. And also follow me on Facebook, Marty the Paisan. And if you are a band and you want your music on this show, email me, Marty the Paisan, Paisan, @gmail.com. And, we're going to be playing all kinds of music. So we're going to play a couple songs because the show is focused on addiction recovery. So, we got a couple minutes left. So what did you guys think?
I think it was great. But I want to shout out my son, Vincent Parker. He's listening. He's my inspiration, what keeps me going. And to my man, Mickey, who helps me and supports me, and my stepdad, who makes everything possible.
I think that's key when you have a good partner.
Yeah.
That understands.
Sure.
The support system
and we'll bring you ice cream at work at 1 o'clock in the morning when you want it. It's critical.
That's
Are
great.
You pregnant or recovering?
Recovering. I got to have some vice. Come on.
Exactly.
I can't have coffee at 2 a.m., so I got to have something.
So, Dr. Bono, on a final thought. Rayon, what did you think of the show?
It's great. It's awesome.
Will you come back again?
Of course.
Dr. Bono wants to get me a job.
So,
really?
I already got Marty a job.
Dr. Bono did. He introduced me to a facility out there, and
we're working on a second one for you too.
Wow,
that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
But let me ask you a question: for somebody that's listening and they're struggling and they think there's no hope because what they're doing and they can't control the urges, what do you want to say to that person?
So we're talking, as I said, I pretty much focus on these days on opiate addiction. So if we're talking about struggling with the urges, stop trying to do something no one can do. Get the help that you need. There's a physiological aspect of opiate addiction that nobody's stronger than. So first and foremost, you need to honor that, and you need to get help with that. And of course, not just that, but that's the starting point. Is get yourself to a place where,
a good support system.
Where you can even the playing field, and you're not having to overcome withdrawal because I don't know, but I've never met anyone that could just do that by themselves.
Cold turkey, no.
Not from opiates.
Everybody needs a higher power.
Thank God I never did opiates.
And the stigma against it, I think opiate, methadone, Suboxone, you're going to be addicted to something, so be dependent on something that's going to provide you with the stability to get your life in order, and then you can work on getting off of it if that's your goal.
And what I tell people is, if you're addicted to opiates and you take Suboxone, it can't get you high. So really, if you're using a substance that's not mood altering, how can you say that you're not clean using that substance?
Yeah.
So,
and there is hope. Don't ever give up.
True.
You are worth it.
And don't try to do everything at once. Like,
worth
I tried to
That's
quit
right.
smoking, stop eating, and everything all at once, and I just failed bad.
Yes.
I just failed bad, so this time around, I'm just quitting smoking. When I get that under control, then I'll quit my eating habits and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and Marty knows I give all my clients have my personal cell phone number, and anyone's out there struggling just wants advice, I can give my number.
And any women that are struggling
Any
with sex
women,
addiction, you give them your number?
Absolutely. We do group therapy. That's a group therapy situation, Marty.
That's one-on-one.
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
you need support, and you're strong in numbers.
Marty.
And yeah,
You're
for
funny,
sure.
man.
Every chance is a chance at getting it. Don't ever think you're too old, too far gone, too bad, too any. It's always a chance.
Yeah, I've learned long ago to not try to predict who's going to make it and who is.
There is no
because
prediction.
People
Yeah.
surprise me every day.
Don't let anybody bring you down. You are worth it.
So, what I want to do for every show, I want to end the show on a positive quote, and I looked up thousands of them. So, every show we're going to end on a positive note. So, again, Peter, thanks so much for having us in your studio and letting us take over here for an hour. And, again, if anybody has a show that they want to do, just, you're on the website, look for the email address. And Peter welcomes all shows here. So thanks again. And thanks for everybody, all the guests here in the studio. Thank
My
all
best
you
friend
guys.
Sam, she's listening too.
All right,
Hey.
Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Sullivan, go to bed.
Sam, tell all your friends about the designated driver.
Yes, Sam, designated driver. She's in recovery too. We're gonna put
The
her on.
designated driver. Look that up on Facebook. Join that group.
Is
and help.
Teresa a weekly host?
She can be if she wants.
Hey, yeah.
Wow.
But look that group
Promotion.
up on Facebook and help us grow. We can't grow without your support. So the positive quote of the day is, there are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Colin Powell.
That's really good.
So,
And the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step.
all right, so everybody, that's a wrap.
No, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think you should get us out with a rap. Take it.
And we're out.
All right, so that's a wrap for the designated driver. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in 8:30 to 9:30 every Monday here on on PPRNradio.net. Lovely ending theme song that we got here. So, as always,
Soft porn.
It is.
It does sound like that.
I think I want to hold your
I gotta have hope with something.
I want to hold your hand, Peter.
Actually, it's 2017. We can cuddle.
Yes, in Connecticut.
It's okay now.
Oh.
All right, so
Look at Prince is like, hey.
No.
What do you feed a gay horse?
Hey.
I don't
know. All right, guys, thanks for listening. And as always, who loves you, baby?
PPRNradio.net. Commercial free.